right? So the heart, okay, on the anterior view of the heart, we're almost done. Okay, remember it's gonna have a little groove in it called the interventricular groove or sulcus. Okay, inside of there is where you're gonna have your coronary vessels. You can see them on here. You won't need to identify them, but you can see them on there. Okay, so you might have to identify them on the actual model, okay, but you didn't hear me say that. And so this here is going to be the large intestine, scratch that, left ventricle. This is the right ventricle. So the left ventricle, let's open it up so you can see how it looks like. Okay, so the left ventricle is going to have a really thick wall. Do you see how thick that wall is? Okay, the myocardium. So this is the left ventricular myocardium. The actual ventricle is going to be the space. So if this is the ventricle, this is the papillary muscle. Yes, you see the chordae tendineae. What valve is this if this is the left ventricle? Mitral, bicuspid, or tricuspid? Bicuspid or tricuspid? Mitral valve, bicuspid. Okay, so this is your mitral valve and bicuspid. That's the same name. Okay, same structure. That's right there. And then up here is your left atrium. So this is your left atrium. This is your mitral valve, and this is your left ventricle. Okay, you can also see the semilunar valve. You can see that right there. That's your aortic semilunar valve. You see that in there? In there? I'll show you the other one. It's better. Okay? Put it in there. Okay. So this is on the left side. This is the right side. Okay? Notice how thin the wall is of the right ventricle. Okay, this is the right ventricle. See how much thinner that wall is. Okay? This is going to be your, if the other one was bicuspid, this is your tricuspid. This is your tricuspid. 1, 2, 3. Do you see that? 1, 2, 3. It has 3 flaps. Okay? And so these are the chordae tendineae. This is another papillary muscle. And then this one here is your pulmonary valve or pulmonary semilunar valve. You see how it's cut through? So you can see it better, yes? Then you saw the other one. Pulmonary valve. This here is the pulmonary trunk. Notice this is the front of your heart. Pulmonary trunk is that first blood vessel you see in the front of your heart. Always the first one you see. In the anterior view, pulmonary trunk. Posterior to that, so a little bit deeper to that, you're going to see the aorta. The aorta has 2 vessels that come off of it in the pig. You're going to have the brachiocephalic trunk and the left subclavian. In humans, you have 3 vessels that come off of it. So in the model for the human, you're going to see 3 vessels. You make sure you study your heart models too, because that's a really, really good stuff, okay? So you're going to see that. It's going to be another one. That's going to be the left common carotid. So in between, it'll have another one. That's the left common carotid, okay?
Sorry.
Right. And this is your, in case you didn't see it, this is your left atrium, okay, outside, left auricle, right atrium, right auricle. You can see that the auricle is that little flap right there, okay? Right. I will go over that heart because that felt good. I don't think it's necessary. Are we done then?